Hello, breathers. Can you believe? I don't know when the last time we uploaded that wasn't the Royal Rumble, but can you believe we are back? And we are here to talk about. I, I don't want to say controversial, but in a time capsule, and you look at it from a 2025 lens, a very roller coaster WrestleMania because
Mm.
you have Benoit, which yeah, I don't need to explain that. You have Trump, which I don't need to explain that. McMahon, which I don't need to explain that either. I think you have Kane, who's the less evil out of all of them, surprisingly. Because all he did was fought against abortion. But yeah, that's it's a very weird card, I will say. This is obviously probably one off because we can't find ECW like WWE ECW. It's been scrubbed.
I have been searching. I've definitely been searching.
He says he's been searching. He's just been typing into the Elijah Burke experience. Oh, no result.
Internet Archive, having a peek, seeing if it's there. Looking on YouTube, seeing if it's there.
But um,
Having the delusional thoughts where they made a WCW channel. They'd definitely make a WWE ECW, wouldn't they?
ugh.
Wrong.
But obviously, if we can find it, we might continue the ECW. If we can't, we can't. But and then that'll just give
Maybe
me.
we'll figure out something else to do.
Ash will finally get his stream of review.
Maybe.
Ash will finally get his stream of reviewing not WWE TNA 2011. Um, but I will very quickly talk about the pre-show. There's one match on the pre-show, and it's Ric Flair and Carlito, which I would say it's a bit disrespectful to put Ric Flair on the pre-show, but again, this is 2007, not 1987 Ric Flair, so it's understandable. So you have Ric Flair and
Does he
Carly.
retire at the next WrestleMania?
Yeah, he retires at the next WrestleMania. Because next WrestleMania is the one where you get the "I'm sorry, I love you" and he feature music's Flair.
To be fair, I'd probably prefer to be in the dark match than be in a backstage segment dancing. So kind of 50-50, really.
I mean, yeah, just very quickly on Flair. It's a shame of like the trajectory of his career post WrestleMania 24. Because had he just ended it there, and let's say he does go to TNA, but he does not wrestle, I think it would have been still a perfect ending. But it's the fact he went to TNA and went, yeah, I'm gonna wrestle, and it's like Flair, you had the perfect ending. There's no need for you, and he's like, you guys want me to Blade Dungeon? It's like Flair, you don't need to wrestle. You can stay retired, mate. But and
I
then
like how you're acting as if he didn't have the choice.
I no. I am saying he has the choice. That's what I'm trying to get across. Is the TNA management being like, Flair, you had the perfect opportunity to retire. Why are you coming out? And he's like, come on,
Because it's
guys.
Ric Flair and he likes money and he keeps getting divorced
He does. He
because
does.
he's an alcoholic. Well, he's not. He's definitely not. Alleged.
I mean, the word of this podcast is going to be alleged because of the amount of people on this show with allegations. But yes,
Also, what a shit dark match though. Like, I'm glad it wasn't on the actual show. This is like an AEW inclusion. If it was on the main show, it would just be like, why? Just put it on. Just put it on Raw.
and
It's not even good enough for Raw, honestly.
And if you don't know, they defeated Gregory Helms, not even Hurricane, Gregory Helms and Chavo Guerrero in a 5 minute and 13
Ooh,
match.
Java.
And do you want to know the Lumberjacks, Ash? Because they're right here, I can name them.
Oh yeah, there were lumberjacks.
The Lumberjacks were Viscera, Shad Gasper,
Nice, nice,
JTG, Chris
lovely.
Masters,
Oh,
Shelton Benjamin,
okay,
Charlie Haas,
nice.
Robbie and Rory McAllister.
Icons of the channel.
Icons, yeah. Super Crazy.
Okay.
Val Venus. Yeah.
Ooh.
Johnny Nitro. Um,
Yep.
you were wondering where this guy was in the dancing segment, but I found out where he was. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, still here.
Oh yeah. Well, as I say, as I alluded to, we recall our reactions to the thing. I imagine this was the time they wanted to put the belts on him and Sandman.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later on when we get to Sandman. But then continuing on, we have Eugene, fair enough. Lance Cade, Trevor Murdoch, Kenny Dykstra from Raw, and then from SmackDown we have Davari, Shannon Moore,
Holy
Safine
shit, there's more.
Granier,
The original Painmaker.
yeah, Sylvain Grenier, Deuce and Domino, Paul London and Brian Kendrick, The Miz, Big Vito, Scotty Too Hotty, William Regal, Dave Taylor, Jimmy Wang Yang, Jamie Noble, and Funaki
How many people are in here?
from Funaki. And then representing ECW, you have Balls Mahoney, Little Guido, Hardcore Holly, and Snitsky. So, yeah, good for you. They had to get a few from each brand, but as you slowly go down the card, it's like they got shitter and shitter.
I get the idea that you want to put them in front of the crowd for Mania, but like, don't you not get the full amount if you only wrestle on the pre-show? So like,
I don't know.
no, to be fair, I think you get the same WrestleMania payday if they're technically on the show, but you're not getting you aren't getting the royalties for actually being on WrestleMania, which is a pretty hefty check. So, whoa.
Yeah, because it's not like an argument that Austin Aries had and Pac had with fucking Vince
Yeah,
WrestleMania 33, where they're like, we had the
the king
best.
of controversy.
Yeah, the king of controversy, Austin Aries. So, it's a great nickname, but yeah. But kicking us off with the Money in the Bank ladder match, I thought this was the one with Flair in it, but Flair was in the previous one. I think he was in the Mania 22 one. Yeah, because he retires at 24. So yeah, he was in the Mania 22 one. That's why I was getting confused. But the participants in this match is Mr. Kennedy from SmackDown, Edge from Raw, I think, CM Punk from ECW, King Booker, with Queen Charmel,
SmackDown.
SmackDown, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy from SmackDown or Raw, one of the two, Finlay from SmackDown, and Randy Orton from Raw, I want to say, in a Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, how we're going to do this, we're just going to talk about if we have any cliff notes about this match and what we think about this match and did it deserve to be on WrestleMania. I think it did. It's a Money in the Bank ladder match. As you
I
allude,
mean, the spectacle was pretty good.
yeah,
I can't lie. I don't I don't have any problems with it on Mania. Definitely was worthy of the occasion. It's quite a grounded ladder match. Like other than Jeff, that's all you got. Like even Punk technically at this time is a bit more of a high flyer. He's still not really a good athlete, as we come to learn later on. Like, is Kennedy doing anything on the ladder? I think he does one thing.
yeah, no, it's not a swanton bomb. It's the rolling bomb that he does. The Hornswoggle. That's what he does. He picks him up and then basically front
But I
rolls
think
off the ladder.
all in all, I think it was a decent enough match. It's still kind of the weird, like, you just kind of it's weird watching old wrestling because you kind of have like up to date stuff that kind of ruins things. Because you do look at Mr. Kennedy and you think at this time he's like, I've fucking done it, boys. I've absolutely done it. Like just shortly after, did he technically beat Undertaker by DQ at one
Yeah,
of the SmackDown pay-per-views?
yeah. From what we've watched,
I'm reaching. We haven't done one of these. I think one more match got fucking destroyed from like December 2024 or something, or maybe even 2023.
but yeah, he from memory, he
December 2024.
ugh, it's been a good few months. It's nearly been a year, lads. That's how long WrestleMania took to watch. But he would have fought the Undertaker and like beaten by DQ because they were like, we want to
I think it was
push
No
you.
Mercy.
Yeah, we want to push you, but we don't want to push you. But we do want to push you, but we don't at the same time. So
It's
get in the
what I
pecker.
describe as the perennial underachiever of this era, where they go, "Hey, Chris Masters, oh, you getting up there? You getting up there?" Yeah, sorry, John Cena. Okay, sorry, I'm on SmackDown though. That's fine. Yeah, but Taker needs the belt again. What? Why? He's had it the ton. Well, okay, I'll be on ECW. Who's gonna have the belt on ECW? At least meet Bobby Lashley. Oh, fucking
Vince McMahon.
like
Oh,
just an absolute shit show of not moving. They weren't elevating the pieces they had.
yeah.
And it's like there's no surprise that a bunch of the people from this era later came back to WWE in their 40s because they still had enough clout, they still had enough reputation to actually come back and be good. Like you even take you take some of the younger guys, you have what, like Drew McIntyre, who he's the chosen one, he's gonna be really good in 15 years. Oh, Cody's really cool, he's gonna be really good in 15 years. Oh, Carlito, he was fun. Let's pay him 300K a year to not wrestle, which is honestly the Carlito special. That was his favorite thing.
I
We
mean,
call
yeah.
that the JTG.
I mean, yeah, it's the perfect dose. You know, with sitting catering,
Not
eat
injured,
after.
not injured as fuck for the bulk of his career.
Yeah,
He wasn't beating the lazy accusations at all, was he? um,
I do love that because, I do love that just to bring recent times into it with Carlito. When they did the like releases of 2025, they went, yeah, we're not renewing Carlito's contract or our truths, and then they're like, they want our truth. Oh, we're gonna bring Carlito back. No, only our truth. Only our truth. No Carlito. He does not spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. Let's just leave him to the side. It's just a sad reality. What a bit, yeah. Um,
I suppose in terms of this, yeah, and I suppose to wrap it back round to say all that to say, Mr. Kennedy once again,
Shafted.
fucking shafted. Hey, he should be really, really cool.
See,
Shafted, like great.
and I can bring modern hindsight into this. What happened was he like tweaked his shoulder from memory. He tweaked something, and then he went to a WWE doctor, and the doctor went, "Yeah, you're gonna be out for 6 to 9 months." And then he went to another doctor, and they went, "It's only gonna be like 6 weeks." So they already in their head, WWE went, "Oh, you're gonna be out for 6 to 9 months. We're gonna take the briefcase off you." And then he went to another doctor, and they went, "It's not really that bad, lad. You'll be fine." So it's like you could have kept the briefcase on him, and he could have maybe not. Like I think the original plan was because they switched Edge with it. He was going to cash in on Undertaker and beat him and hold the title, which would have been good for him. And then that didn't work, so he was going to then be Mr. McMahon's illegitimate son, which then he got busted for steroids or something. So that didn't work. Allegedly got busted. So yeah, then it obviously went to Hornswoggle. So yeah, it's a weird year Mr. Kennedy has in 2007. He had two opportunities to be main event talent, but he failed twice. One out of his control, and one he just did. So yeah, I would have loved to see him as the
And the
legit.
S's and eights happened, and he just fell from existence.
Well, can we
He
can
didn't
we
exist anymore.
can we do the Ken Anderson special when the August 1st warning comes out? There we
Hey,
go.
like at that point, his career was just over, wasn't
Yeah, it was. It
it?
was. But I do like he's one of the few people that actually could have worked in this era. Because ring work wasn't like the key factor. Like it didn't need to be
Batista's your world heavyweight champion, and John Cena's your WWE champion.
like he could have.
Like, I'm still not having all the bollocks. I'm gonna rant about it in those matches in itself, but like work rate didn't mean shit. It
Yeah.
didn't. I know it's sacrilege to say John Cena and Batista were bad, but they were fucking bad. Like, they weren't good. They were good in the 2010s.
Yeah.
They were good in the 2010s. Fucking the 2000s, shit.
We
But in
would
terms
get
of this match, um, there were some good spots. There was an RKO off the ladder from Randy Orton onto
yeah.
CM Punk. It's pretty cool.
Jeff
Uh,
Hardy did.
he jumped off ladder and sat on Edge,
What did
which
you
did look a bit rough.
what did you call it, Ash? What did you call it? You called it something.
The Gooch.
The Gooch Destroyer, I believe.
Yeah, the Gooch Destroyer. There we are. Yeah,
His new
straight Gooch in it.
yeah, and then obviously if Mr. Kennedy doing the rolling sent on the Hornswoggle off the ladder, which wouldn't be the worst.
Also, poor bastard, man. I bet that fucking hurt.
I mean, yeah. Well, I don't want to say considering his size, it hurts even more, but it probably would. Let's be honest.
I mean,
Uh,
he's not really built for heavy duty, is he?
just
You know,
imagine, just imagine sending him into war, just as the
like
Irishman.
I can't imagine. Like, I'm sure he's got the same bone structure, but that could have like crack a rib. That looked brutal.
It did look
I don't
brutal.
know. I don't remember what Finley does. Finley just bleeds.
Finley
I
just,
still I still paint the question. I'm pretty sure we complained about this on whatever. Wasn't there a show that Finley main evented on the
yeah,
SmackDown show?
yes, there
And
was,
it's
there
like get
was,
fucked. It's
yeah.
like fuck off. 50-year-old Finley. Like, what's he done to be in this position? And it's like it's the Vince fucking method because you go, oh man, we don't have any main eventers. Well, I wonder why. Yeah, we could put Finley in there. Why? It's not Fit Finley from WCW beating fuck out of people. It's fucking fat Finley.
it's fucking.
Fucking Funly.
I was a big fan of Finley, so like I can't rag on him. I loved when he
Just like
had.
you, he ate the Northern Irish.
Yeah, technically, I always have a rant saying he's technically not Irish, he's Northern Irish because he's born in Belfast. But I never say that to his face because he does look like a tough motherfucker. So, and he definitely in his 70s could beat the shit out of me. So yeah, Finley's lovely man. But
Yeah, but someone in the 70s with a walking stick could beat the fuck out of you. It's not that much of an achievement. Fucking Doris giving you a gummy starts whacking you with a stick.
well, speaking of gummies, everyone's favourites up next, Kane and the Great Khali. Ugh.
I say that, obviously Kennedy won,
Yeah,
and
Kennedy
it was a
won.
big moment, and it got derailed, and he never got to do it. And welcome back, Edge. Great.
Woo. Second time Edge derailed someone's career. Um, but yeah,
Probably not just the second.
but up next is the Great Khali, and he fights Kane. This match did not need to be on the show. I do not care if Kane is still one of your. I don't want to call him a big draw. I don't know who's getting excited for a Kane match, but there was no need to put him on this card, lads. Let's be honest, there was no need to. But he fights the Great Khali, and it's literally just two big men. I don't want to say beat the shit because Khali, even at this
They
point,
don't. They don't.
they
They
briskly,
just kind of walk around each other.
yeah, because I'm trying to say it's like a
I
brawl,
get
but
it.
it's not.
I get that you were trying to build up Great Khali, but you know it's not working, boys. But it's just because he's massive, you just go, yeah, but what if it worked though? That'd be really cool. It's like, yeah, but it didn't. And it never does. And it never works. And then why? Why would you do this? And then doesn't Carly do the old choke bomb?
Yeah, when he picks you up by the neck and
Which does just look like me chucking the bin bag into the recycling bin at the end of the day. Yeah. That's what it looked like. That's what it sounded like as well.
he
Fucking
and then
what a
obviously
shit show.
he
But I
squeezes your
will
head.
say, I'm surprised that Kane won. No, I'm
Okay,
surprised that Carly won.
yeah.
Like,
He
because once again, he's another one of the people that go, "Oh yeah, but imagine you were world heavyweight champion," and then they actually do it, and they go, "Ooh, wow, that was bad."
yeah, because he doesn't. Let's be honest, Khali does not do anything notable in these.
What we're learning is Andre the Giant ruined wrestling because he
But
was just so bloody tall. Could have been a movie star.
he technically was. Was it? I think he was.
Mask
Um,
of Zoran.
yeah. But all I have to say on this is Collie cannot move. Like even in '07, his knees are fucked. His knees are gone. Like he's
Mate,
not.
there's a reason he wears the baggy pants.
Yeah.
If you ever actually see an image of Great Khali's legs, it's just like, oh, it's like Kevin Nash, or like modern day Big Show, where both his hips are out of whack. It's like, oh, Jesus, guys.
You reckon? You reckon Collie's built like the Terminator, where he just has like robotic legs underneath?
Yeah, I mean, robotic legs would probably be an upgrade.
He has
Let's be
he,
honest.
he has the Rey Mysterio special of surgery in his left knee 5 times. Um, but
He's rich enough. He can surely get some stem cells banged in there.
Well, he does reside in India. Like I'm just saying, I don't think the healthcare's the best there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he's a rich man in India. He's fine. He's straight rolling, rolling, rolling.
He, he's tre-
He doesn't give a fuck.
he's treated like
You think
king.
he's going to public hospitals?
uh,
Promy's probably got a palace.
Probably does. I just on Collie, do you ever do the videos ever pop up where you just see him in the swimming pool looks like that? They're always
Some
funny to
say
me.
all of his stem cells go straight to his chin.
He
There we
does
go.
have a massive chin, this Collie. He does. No,
Understatement of the century.
but yeah, have you seen the video? He's just in the pool and he's just chilling. It's I don't know why I
You
like
know
it.
what they were you know what they were gonna make Mr. Kennedy Vince's illegitimate son?
Yeah, okay.
Can we pitch that you become Great Khali's illegitimate son? All
Yeah.
I'm saying is that chin don't fucking lie.
Yeah, there you go. Um, I could be Greg Holly's legitimate son. I'd probably be a millionaire if I was. Um, and from happy times to oh shit, I forgot what year it is. Chris Benoit.
But yeah, he's
Chris,
back.
he the
Not just on the AI videos this time. He's real.
he's actually here in, well, I don't want to say in person. This is nearly 20 years ago. He's here in video.
In living color.
Yeah, but more like the pressed color because you can clearly see that everything is, the lights are off in his face. But let's not speculate here. And he fights Montel Fontavious Porter, MVP, and I will say he. See, I don't know how to really word this because this is the final year of Benoit, so I have to be very careful with my words. But Benoit actually does like kind of make MVP a decent wrestler because he
He
kind
does
of
a service.
he,
He does a fairly good match. Let's be
yeah,
real.
he
It's
does.
fairly good. It's fairly solid. I mean, it's been a while. Like his in terms of in ring, he had a pretty. It's like wrestling Bret Hart. There's a very just comparing Chris Benoit to Bret Hart. Here we go. But that he's just a very stable force. He will always output at least genuinely solid stuff. It just feels a bit wrong watching it. Obviously, I think we made a rule on the channel to just say just fucking talk about the matches, but yeah, it's just not very fun, especially not in the final year. That one.
Because
I don't mind at other points in time. The final year, I don't want to know. And isn't this in the middle of like this is like match 4 in like the best of 7
I don't know. I
or something?
honestly,
I believe they said on commentary.
but also in commentary, they're like Benoit lives and dies by wrestling, and you're like, uh, guys, you had time to edit this out in post, like 20 years later. Come on, guys. So they make a lot of jokes. Well, I don't want to say jokes, but they're making a lot of stuff like Benoit lives and breathes by wrestling. He does this. He dies by wrestling. You're like, guys. Only if you knew what happens 4 months time. Only if you knew. Um, but yeah, like I said, he does make. I do think MVP does come a decent wrestler from learning from Benoit because again, the one thing I can say about Benoit is even if you're a shit wrestler, he could somewhat give you a decent match and he could help you. Like he can sort of train you. It's just again, yeah, what happens later on.
I
And
mean, it's a simple matter of fact is proper wrestlers, it's sink or swim, and you
yeah,
better start fucking swimming.
I mean,
Obviously, the famous clip is the Regal Goldberg. You better start swimming, otherwise you're just gonna you're a fraud essentially. Um,
that match,
yeah,
I would love to review that match for the channel where you see Regal out wrestling Goldberg and Goldberg's so fucking lost. He's like, I have no idea what to do
he's
now.
so confused.
Yeah, and then I forget the Hall of Fame
He's like Great Khali in a wrestling ring.
but up next we have Howard Finkel introduces the Hall of Fame class of 2007. I'm gonna click on this because I need to remember who the fuck the Hall of Fame class of 2007 is.
Mr. Fuji, Mr. Perfect,
Yeah,
um,
the
Dusty Rhodes,
the sh-
JR,
Jerry Lawler,
the
the
original Sheik.
the original Sheik and the Highland, not the Highlanders. That's the wrong team. The Roman Reigns' dad and brother, fucking whatever they're
Oh,
called.
the Wild Simones,
Yeah, the Wild Samoans. I believe
Afra and
that.
Sika.
Yeah, I believe that's the class of 2007, and we went from a
What a shit Hall of Fame. What a fucking garbage. Who cares? Yeah, sure, Jerry King Lawler. Obviously not Jerry's like WWE, well, obviously not his actual WF run. Mostly his commentary in it, all the shit he does in Tennessee.
yeah.
But there are also some things about Jerry Lawler that you're not supposed to talk about. So
Let's just say don't mention 13-year-olds around Jerry Lawler. Let's just
all shoes,
shoes. Yeah, yeah. I think I know that reference. I think. Um,
dirty old fecker,
and
allegedly.
And if I can make this joke, going from a dead man in 4 months to a dead man in the ring in kayfabe, we have The Undertaker and he fights Batista. I tried to wing that. That probably failed, but I tried. And we have The Undertaker and he fights Batista. I was excited for this match because I played the 2K14 and I watched the cutscenes and I remember
And then the
getting.
entrance started.
And then The Undertaker was making his way to the ring. I do not know how long his entrance took, but it felt
I
like.
mean, if Roman Reigns ever says who's your favorite wrestler and he doesn't say Undertaker, he's fucking lying.
Yeah, but the difference is, Undertaker would do a slow walk if he knew he was wrestling a shit wrestler. Roman Reigns just does a slow walk because he's getting paid every time he's like does a.
He's getting paid by the footstep.
Yeah, like he's like 1 million 1 foot, 2 million 2 feet, 3 million. He's just stepping and he gets 1 million every time he puts his foot out. But like Undertaker, probably back for Saudi Mania. Let's be honest, in some capacity. Let's be honest, but we're not here to talk about that.
Woo.
He fights Batista. Batista, who's never returning to the ring. I think he said he'd rather go homeless than wrestle ever again. Which fair enough,
I
Batista.
mean, he had the best match on that Mania that he wrestled at, so.
Yeah. Um, he did fight Triple H at Mania 35, which was a decent match, but the problem is it was on a 9 hour show, so that was not a good idea. But this was Mania 23, 15 years before.
The
What
best bit about this match is you said that Undertaker could probably carry Batista,
yeah,
and you lied.
I immediately lied. I love Batista. I think he's one of my favorite like shit wrestlers. Not to call him like, I don't have my upset people calling him shit, but he
Oh, he's
is.
wooden as fuck.
Yeah, but you kind of do enjoy him. Like it's just a charm about seeing him wrestle. And plus, when you find out that his parents are like lesbians, I think you just get more
Well, he's
respect.
super based.
Yeah, he's
I
super.
mean, let's be real. Let's be honest. This is what? This is WrestleMania 23.
Yeah,
So what? This is
seven,
2007.
seven.
So at this point, Batista had only been wrestling for what, 5 years?
Yeah, give or take 5 years.
And
Yeah,
obviously, as the time went on, well, he said he started 99, but he wrestled in OVW, basically being the fucking Leviathan, wrestling the Goldberg squash matches. Because it was all he could do. So like he's still essentially a rookie at this point. So doesn't mean that the match was only good. The match was fucking shit.
but he
Like
didn't.
the Undertaker's streak carries everything, and it's kind of a blessing it's a blessing and a curse. It's kind of wild how like Taker's streak matches only really got really really good at the end, just because they went, oh, this might be the last one. Oh, it's not. Oh, guys, this might be the last one. Oh, he's out there again. Is the Undertaker gonna walk to the ring with a fucking cane or something? Like how many final matches is this dickhead having?
I will say like on Undertaker, it's weird because because next year he fights Edge, which if I remember correctly, that is actually a good match. And then you have the two iconic matches with Shawn Michaels at the following two WrestleManias at 25 and 26. And then he has the other two iconic matches with Triple H at 27 and 28. And then he has CM Punk at 29, which is another match I remember from my childhood that was pretty good. I'm afraid to go back and watch it, but I can guarantee it's actually going to be good from memory. And then he fights Lesnar, it's an all right match. Lesnar didn't need to beat the streak, but anyways. And then he fights Wyatt the following year, which should have been the year he fought Sting, because Sting losing to the Undertaker would have made sense of that Mania, not the Triple H, but the Undertaker, where you have the icon of the darkness of WCW versus the darkness of WWE, something like that. And then 32, he fights Shane, and it's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
At
And then,
that point, you just go, why?
yeah, he fights, to make matters worse, he fights Shane in a Hell in a Cell. He fights him in a Hell in a Cell. And I love Shane McMahon. Like, when Shane came out in the McMahon match, I was fucking cheering him. I was like, oh, yeah, hit him, Shane. Like, I was genuinely invested in Shane. And then, to make matters worse, I don't know I think at 33 he fights Roman, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
doesn't he lose to Roman?
yeah, he loses to Roman and he
And
puts
you
his.
get that really funny thing where Roman does the crisscross spear, and Undertaker just kind of looks like he's just seen like a fucking. He looks like he's seen a bird coming at him, where it's like, and he
And,
just gets speared.
and then that's where Taker leaves his gloves in the ring. and he
Then he
walks.
fights Cena at some point.
He fights Cena the following year. He fucks off for 35. He doesn't appear for 35, but he does appear in Saudi Arabia for their pay
Then
per
he
view.
gets the boner match.
Yeah, he gets the boner match as you called it.
Main event in Mania with AJ Styles.
Yeah. Even though people will fight you on it and say they didn't main event, it technically did. It closed night one. It did happen, and then he's retired ever since. So his streak is somewhat
Other than Saudi.
other than Saudi, where he's possibly coming out of retirement at 62 years of age.
No,
Possibly.
I meant versus DX.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry. Um,
And then he also fought Goldberg in Saudi as well.
that's it's sad watching later Undertaker because it is like watching. I don't want to say it's as bad as Flair. I think Flair is arguably the worst like wrestler who would never retire but retired. It's not as bad as Flair because Flair you're like Jesus Christ you're gonna die. But watching later Undertaker actually wrestle, it's like holy shit, Taker, you're not mate. Just give it up, mate. Your knees are gone. Everything's gone. Just stop,
The
please.
only thing I'll say about Taker at this point is, you know how he spent the bulk of his career trying to like keep it all real
Yeah.
and not do any like interviews. Well, the fact that he does do all the media does make the Undertaker a less intimidating figure,
Yeah.
and because he's kind of because he wants a job, because he wants to be a part of WWE and wants to run it. We are just going to see Undertaker on like a regular basis, and it's just going to be weird.
And the weird thing is, and I found this out yesterday before or after we finished watching it, he apparently books AAA as well. Apparently he's like a booker for AAA, which is fucking mental.
Yeah, you got involved with AAA.
Which like which I just want to put out there, Undertaker running a Mexican wrestling promotion is something I would not say on my 2025 bingo card. But yes, he does. He does wrestle. Or he just book. He doesn't wrestle. Sorry. Um, and up next, the reason why we're all here, we have the ECW originals, Tommy Dreamer. Oh wait, also I should just say your thoughts on the Undertaker Batista match before I actually continue.
I thought it was pretty garbage.
I
Um,
I I was excited
yeah,
and then
yeah,
I
it
watched
was
it.
pretty garbage.
Yeah,
Well, you went, oh, Taker should be able to carry him. Then the first thing they do is they brawl to the outside, and you go, yeah,
yeah. Because I forget like because if you don't know, the previous year he fights Mark Henry at WrestleMania 22 in the casket match. So I think that was supposed to be the year where he's supposed to fight Abyss, but obviously Abyss went, "I'm not going." And
for
rightfully so.
reasons.
Yes.
Fucking idiot.
um, but
Oh, you don't have to stay in WWE for years. Just do 1 year. It's easy.
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, true. Um,
I'd rather fucking Abyss in 2008 rather than fucking Kane versus Mark Henry or whatever the fuck they did.
you mean Abyss in 2006 instead of Undertaker and Mark Henry?
Yeah, yeah, do it. Fuck it, why not?
I'd even
And then Abyss can go back to TNA and crank up his rate and not get fucking screwed over by everyone.
and then even so, you can have the Sinister Minister James Mitchell manage him in
He's
W.
not. He's never doing that.
Yeah, but hypothetically speaking, you do James Mitchell manages a bit, and then Paul Bearer comes out of retirement and manages Undertaker for that match.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, fuck it.
Because
Sign it.
then you have like
I mean,
you,
he should be managed by his best friend Hulk Hogan.
gets in the ring. Hulk, we will speak about Hogan shortly after this match, actually.
Okay,
Um, oh, but yeah, my thoughts on this match. I was excited for this match. I watched the match and I was like, Jesus Christ,
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
you can just see that they just didn't give a shit
Yeah,
because you go, oh, it's gonna be really cool. Look, Sandman, he's coming out from the crowd. That's cool. Does he get into Sandman? No. What do you mean? What do you even? Obviously, I know that they didn't pay for Enter Sandman from like '06, like from the second one night stand. But do it for Mania, for fucks. Imagine a Mania crowd singing Enter Sandman.
um, but
But
on
no, they all just come out of the crowd. And also, they make fucking Sandman bring his cane out. And they don't fucking use it, do they? Because it's a generic normal match.
Just to end it on Taker Batista, and then we'll move on to this. I do feel like Taker and Batista just were a bit fed up because like they wanted to main event, but they didn't. Obviously, because Cena main evented, and they just went, fuck this. But anyways, yes, the ECW originals: Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, The Sandman, and Rob Van Dam took on the new breed: Elijah Burke, Monty Brown slash Marcus Garvin, whatever you want to call him, Matt Striker, and Kevin Thorne with Ariel. Now, Ash, okay, I'm gonna quickly go through how long the matches went, and I want you to guess how long this match went for. You ready?
I say that it's not a good idea because I have the times on my screen.
Oh, right, sorry. Ah, but it
I
went
had
for
to figure out what I was going to say for each match.
fair enough. But yeah, this match went for 6 minutes and 25 minutes or 25 seconds. Bad with time.
That was Sean and Taker. That was Sean and Cena trying to figure out how long their match was going to go. Yep, 6 and 25 minutes. To what? Yeah, and
Uh,
they went, yeah, 6 minutes of action, and then the rest is waiting around the fucking place.
but
Um, First and foremost, why isn't this match an extreme? Why isn't this match a hardcore match? Just as a question.
I,
Maybe like, yeah, sure, you can probably spin it that the new breed they wouldn't want the weapons, but it's ECW guys. Yeah, that's
my
your whole identity.
my guess is because the following match is a hair versus hair match, and they didn't want to put too many stipulations because the first match is a ladder match, and the following
Yeah,
match
that's the only other one.
and
Lumberjack matches don't fucking count.
and then the following one is a
Mate, I'm glad
lumberjack match.
lumberjack matches are dead as well. Like, fuck that shit match concept. Like,
Uh,
who decided this was a good idea? I get it if you're like, I get it if like obviously they would never do the crowd, but if you go to like a fucking place where you go, yeah, fuck Carolina, and then all the wrestlers are like Carolinans, all them, and they'll just beat fuck out of you.
yeah.
But like, such a garbage fucking match. Who cares? They don't even do anything. They just stand there.
But yeah, what is your thoughts on the ECW originals match against the
It's so
new breed?
underwhelming.
Yeah.
It's somehow fumble worse than the Nexus.
I
Because you go, at least the new breed are gonna win, right? Right? No. Great. And are any of the originals actually gonna stay on ECW?
no.
Tommy Dreamer. That's it. And once again, Tommy Dreamer is one of the luckiest fuckers to ever be in wrestling ever. The fact that he's probably had the most salary out of all of the fucking wrestlers, just because he was like, I'll have this job. I'll do this job. Do you want me to do in the office? I'll work in the office. Don't you worry, guys. Just let me wrestle once a week. Well, once a month. Just ridiculous. RVD wins with a 5-star frog splash, and I don't remember who loses. Probably Matt Striker.
Yeah. I will say, even at WrestleMania, Monty Brown does not get to do the pounds, and I was extremely disappointed. I really wanted
Yeah,
him to.
also nothing interesting happens in the match either, as you say.
Yeah.
Nobody hits their finish except for fucking. I
RVD.
think Dreamer hits a DDT and
Yeah.
RVD hits the frog splash. They go for the Elijah experience. No pounce. Obviously, Matt Striker didn't have a finisher because he never won any matches, and no one's taken a fucking Tower of London from Kevin Thorne. So, just
It's
what's the point? You've clearly not given a shit about it. You've clearly not invested in anyone. And like, there could have been a really cool story if you actually make the new breed CM Punk. Pretty much, just do that. It's easier.
I would
But
agree.
obviously they didn't do that, and then you just have fucking Matt Striker there.
Yeah. It's
Just shit.
This is the penultimate of the new breed, I believe. I believe afterwards Elijah Burke and Monty Brown, Matt Striker and Kevin Thorne all go their separate ways. I think Monty
Good.
Brown might team with Elijah Burke, but I might be wrong.
I think so.
Because I think that's where I,
The new breed have completed wrestling. What have they completed? Getting a mania match and being shit. We're moving on to taking on new challenges,
um, I
like not getting booked on ECW.
I will say, because I believe Elijah Burke and Monty Brown have that match where they either piss off Benoit or Punk, because Monty is told to get out of the ring. Because the WWE refs are told, look, if they don't do what they do, just go with the flow. So the refs obviously tried to count Monty Brown out in the ring. He's trying to get him out of the ring, but obviously he counts to 5, so he has to disqualify Monty Brown. But Benoit and Punk are like, what do we do? We'll just continue the match. They just beat the shit out of him. That happens, I believe, in an ECW in London. I might be wrong, but I believe that's what happened. And it was,
Let's go.
yeah. And
Yeah, just not a shit show. Who cares? Like, oh, the new breed, the new breed gonna win? Nah, let the old cunts win. You're not investing in any of these wrestlers. Like, what's even the fucking point?
the I don't mean to be rude here, and I know this
All
might,
of the legends are in an off cycle, and the new breed aren't even relatively like. Yeah, sure, Monty Brown's the only one who actually is
yeah.
fucking prospects.
Let's be honest, he is, and that is coming from a Monty Brown fan, I know, but like, he is literally the only one who has prospects. No offense to Elijah Burke, but if you watch Monty Brown in TNA, he is a highlight. It's just a shame that he was literally in this stable. Uh, in an ideal world, and this is me pushing my Monty Brown experience on people, I would have him fight Undertaker at WrestleMania and beat the streak, but that's just me. Uh,
Yeah, so
yeah, obviously I need to get my booking in there. My booking of dream match of Monty Brown, how I book his entire run, beat Undertaker, win the belt, retire. Um, but yeah, Matt Striker's doing nothing after this. I believe he does commentary, and then Kevin Thorne, I believe, gets released, so he doesn't even do
yeah,
anything. And then Elijah Burke eventually gets released, and Monty Brown does a hero's exit where his sister sadly, I think his sister passes in a car crash, so he has to look
you
after
have
her
to take
kids.
care of the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is it's understandable. I will always respect him for that, because that is like something not many people would actually do. But the fact that, yeah, Vince, I don't care about the money. I'm gonna retire and look after
I
these
think
kids.
funnily enough, not to fully derail, I'm gonna fully derail. Um, Obviously, in 2008, he was supposed to fight Undertaker, but he got injured and had to go through hip surgery and then didn't.
Who had to?
Kevin Thorne.
Oh, was he?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, that's very weird. Did not know that. Slowly pulling out his fan fiction and hiding it again about Kevin Thorne.
I mean,
Um,
I've also got to say, when was this Mania?
2007,
Around what? It's what, like April,
April. Yeah,
roughly.
yeah.
Uh, oh wait, no, never mind. I was like, oh, he got fired. No, Ariel got fired.
Fair enough. And sorry about that. Um, Up next, I had to cough because we have two people with felonies in this match. Bobby Lashley, representing Donald Trump, takes on Umaga, representing Vince McMahon. Trump, obviously, for this match, trained on an island. Hung out with a guy called Jeff, don't know his name. Just, yeah. Um, I don't really know how to talk about this match with the time era of 2007, because Trump becomes a current president, former and current president of the United States, and Vince McMahon gets involved in a sex scandal. So it's like, and then also Trump's alleged with fucking. I'm not getting into that bit, but he's alleged with a lot of stuff. So it's like, you watch this match and it's a weird time capsule, because you're like, what happens to these careers afterwards? And
It's
yeah,
also like Bobby Lashley and Umaga wrestling, despite their best. Like, guys, what are you doing it again for? The moment was him breaking through the cage. That's it. That's the moment. It's not happening here, is it?
and
Like this match gets Stone Cold Steve Austin more over than anybody else.
I would
And
agree.
like, what's even the point? Who cares?
And I will say, I've told Ash this, but I will tell this again. The original plan for this match was, obviously, this is May 23, 20 years since Mania 3. What happened at Mania 3? Hogan defeated Andre and body slammed him. So the original pitch was Hogan versus Big Show because Andre's dead. You can't really bring Andre back, can you? And Hogan was obviously going to represent Trump, which, if did happen, the irony of that, especially considering modern times, and obviously representing McMahon would have been Big Show. But either Hogan failed the physical or he just couldn't, do it, and Big Show obviously retired for that year. It didn't
And this was
happen.
like peak depressed Big Show as well. Like
Yeah,
he
this
was
is yeah.
Hogan's not body slamming this version of the Big Show. Like
But I would have, like I said, I would have loved this scene.
also, I'm fucking sick of seeing. I'm sick of seeing them do the Hogan Andre body slam. Fucking, they did it in the Great Khali match.
They
Kane
did.
body slams Great Khali, and it's like, whoa, fuck off. Stop doing it. Stop fucking doing it. Who cares?
It's a moment that should be lost to time, in my opinion, because it is impressive when a little guy does it to a big guy. Like, you know what I mean? But it's not impressive.
Yeah.
It's not impressive when Kane does it to the Great Khali because they're near the same height. I know Khali's like a tower over him, but he's like they're near the same height. Like, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really. It's not really as impressive. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be like a dog pick. It'd be like a smaller dog picking up an even smaller dog. It's not really that impressive.
Yeah, like they're just the same size.
Yeah, but
And everybody always talks about how fucking buff as shit Kane was, so.
uh, and they also did a very good clothesline off the top rope. Still, on this match, there was no way Trump was losing. There was no way.
No.
There was more chance that he gets a third term than there is of him losing this match. I will say, and I have to try and be careful because I don't want to give credit to Trump because he is a horrible human being. I mean, he's a great human being. I don't want to get
He does a
blacklisted.
good takedown.
He does a good, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. He does a good take. Like for this match, he does his job perfectly. That's what I can say. He does his job decently. He's there in the right moments. He's not really overstaying his welcome. Obviously, previously, in one of the backstage segments with it was either before or after the dancing segment with all the legends. He was backstage and the boogeyman obviously man went, "I'm the boogeyman. I'm coming to get you." And Trump's like, "Get me a sandwich. Get me a beautiful sandwich." And I believe the boogeyman in interviews has said that has like buried his character because like Trump's not like interacting with the boogeyman. He's just there to do the one spot of his match, which is to be with Lashley. He's not there to be like, "Oh shit, it's the boogeyman." He's just there. Yeah, it just ruins the boogeyman because like, "Get me a sandwich, a big beautiful sandwich," and that's it. So he kind of buries the boogeyman.
The
But
match
yeah,
sucks, and you get the famous McMahonisms where he thinks he's being subtle and then he's not being subtle. So you think he's being subtle, but he makes the same facial expression about he makes the same exaggerated facial expression like for 3 seconds at a time, then checks if a camera's looking at him, then does it again, and then does it again. And then him sat in the chair with Stone Cold being like, "Way, ah, I'm gonna remember this. Don't, you're embarrassing me." And he says you're embarrassing me about 730 times.
um,
But
uh,
it wouldn't be. I don't know, something about liquids that shouldn't be on your head getting dumped on there.
I will say, in a previous segment as well, they did a weird segment where Stephanie brings us in her child. Well, child, I don't actually think the child was in the pram because there was a camera in the pram.
Pram with a camera in it.
Yeah, and Trump's like, oh,
They
not
should have
Trump.
copywritten it and called it the Pramera.
He's done it again. He's done it again. He's earning his WrestleMania payday. That's what he's doing. But yeah, so obviously you have Vince who's like talking into the camera, and he's like, she's after taking a Trump. Get it? Because Trump's a dump. Get it? Ha 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 ha. Laugh. Why aren't you
I'm
laughing?
gonna I'm gonna fracture his skull.
Yeah,
Whoa.
he's like talking about beating the shit out of Trump, and I'm like, this is a
Yeah.
child. And my
I mean that them's the joke.
yeah, I know. My favorite bit is him like
But he's saying he's gonna beat up a child. he's not gonna beat up a child.
My favorite bit of that segment is obviously Finn's just like, I'm gonna crack his skull, and then you just have Stephanie go, Dad, you're scaring, and he's like, shut up. It's just, you just hear him go, shut up. I'm like, that's not Vince McMahon in character. That's Vince in reality telling Stephanie to shut up. But on this match did its purpose, because this entire match is just to get Vince McMahon bald. That is the entire purpose of this match, and it's also to get Trump on WrestleMania. Let's be honest.
They
So
keep calling him the Donald, which I don't understand the context, but it's just a dumb name.
I don't know why he's called the fucking Donald.
I think it's because at the time he was doing The Apprentice.
Yeah, he would have. Yeah, he would have. Yeah, because he doesn't get into politics until like a few years later. Then
Fucking years away.
yeah, fucking light years. And then obviously Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross have a banger. Or Jerry Lawler says, "JR, I see you smiling. Why are you smiling?" And then JR just mumbles, "I've got Bell's palsy. I can't smile." And I'm sat there buckled. I'm like, fucking hell. But yeah,
And also, this is like, is this not just the end of Umaga as a character, really?
kind of. He doesn't really do anything noteworthy since this or after this.
Yeah,
I want to say he loses the Intercontinental Championship to Santino, and
Santino.
then just dwindles down the card, and then he just gets released because Vince is like, "I want you to lose weight, mate. It's gonna kill you." And he's like, "Nah, I'll be fine." He's like, "It's gonna kill you." And he's like, "Ah, I'll be fine," and then he dies. That's literally what happens. He's like, "Mate, go to rehab or something," and he's like, "I'm fine," and he's like, "Mate, you're not," and then he just dies. And it's oh shit. But yeah, this is near the end of Yamaga as well. And Armando Estrada just becomes either the ECW general manager or he fights Braden Walker a year later. So yeah,
Nice.
interesting. Yeah. And then, we go from two convicted felons, or one alleged convicted felon and the other one is a convicted felon, to Melina versus Ashley Massaro, which is even worse
I
because,
don't even want to talk about this, man. I don't even want to talk about it.
yeah, it
Like,
was. It,
Ashley Mazzaro's legacy in wrestling should probably just be forgotten for the good. Just with how criminally mistreated she was and all of the circumstances, it's just, yeah, it's a definite like black spot in history. All the stories are horrendous. All the stories are just no duty of care.
I mean,
I'm still surprised that she didn't win.
yeah, she didn't win, but Melina basically rolls her up and wins. That is literally it. The match is only 3 minutes. That is your main
It was
event.
better than it had any right to be.
Yeah. Um. That
And
I
I
bel
think to put a positive spin on it, I think it's just to remind everyone that Melina's legacy is also pretty heavily forgotten, and I think that's pretty messed up because once again, like it's not their fault. It's not their fault. They're only wrestling 3-minute matches. Like Melina could go. Melina could go. She was a good wrestler,
yeah.
but obviously the time never really did it. But it's still a time period in the woman's like champion, so still legacy. She, it's there's a bunch of women who are like way too underrated for what they actually did, like Victoria, who also like forgotten and was way better than anybody gave her any right to. So
And yeah, we'll move on. I don't really have anything to add here, so we'll move on to the main event. Shawn Michaels representing DX. Want to throw it up, Ash, for us?
break it down,
Want to throw it up to
break
DX?
it down.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. You threw it up for us. So Shawn Michaels representing DX again. Because this match was supposed to be Triple H versus John Cena, but Triple H obviously blew his quad out, so he's not here. Um, but it's Shawn Michaels versus John Cena, and I told Ash a fun fact about this. In the original broadcast of this, a guy jumps the front row, or not doesn't jump the front row, jumps the barricade, I should say, and he basically takes off his shirt. He's either trying to streak or he's just running around the ring trying to like get noticed, and he gets immediately escorted. And from what I've seen, Shawn basically goes, "Hey, your opponent. Hey, is that who you're tagging with?" It's just like the other one off. But Shawn, I love Shawn Michaels as a wrestler. I think he's fantastic. I have said to Ash multiple times, if he ever come out of retirement, it should have never been for the Brothers of Destruction. He has said multiple times that wasn't Shawn Michaels who wrestled. That was fucking Michael Higginbottom, which I'm not getting into. But I still think Shawn is the best out of that match. Shawn at this point is trying to carry Cena because Shawn is, you don't know, he is arguably, I don't want to say the best wrestler in the world because you have AJ Styles and Kurt Angle at his peak in TNA, but he's up there. I don't know if you agree, but yeah, give Shawn, who's very very good, and just seems to be a bit pissed off because like Cena's just trying his best, but clearly not, and they haven't.
It's just the issue with Cena at this time, and I will still fucking reiterate. Um, Cena at this point in time is a terrible wrestler,
Yeah, yeah.
and he remains a terrible wrestler until what 2014,
2014, 2015, or 2016, I want to say is the
and
peak.
then at that point he actually starts to put the pieces together and actually gets let off the lead as such. But like there is, it's once again like it's probably quite controversial to say amongst the time where Cena's doing his retirement tour, and everybody's like, "Oh, John Cena's the greatest of all time," but his first decade in the business is miserable.
I mean,
Like,
I
there's a
agree.
reason. Like once again, it's a revisionist history, right? We always loved Cena.
No, you
Cena
didn't.
was always great. No, you didn't. You hated Cena in the 2000s, like everybody else did, because he got Roman Reigns before that was even a thing. Anytime they were going to push any actual talent, it either went to Triple H or John Cena, and that's generally it. And then Cena survived it whilst Triple H and Shawn retired, and Batista went away, and then it's still John Cena, and then it's what now Randy Orton. Like that's it. And he spent so long being absolute hot garbage, and I refuse to believe anything otherwise. Because this match is like 38 minutes or something ridiculous.
28, 20. That's how long it is.
Never mind, 28 minutes. It's like 30 minutes, and it feels it. It really does feel it. Like the last like 2 minutes are good because suddenly it's like back and forth, counter, ducking over. Like, oh, he ducks the super kick, he reverses it, and they don't spam the attitude adjustment, or they don't spam the fu like they usually do in later Cena matches. And yeah, then Cena wins with the SDFU,
It's
but it's so unbelievably John Cena.
I do
Like this is the main event of Mania. Like what are you even doing?
I do want to talk about this because we won't really ever really get to talk about Cena. I don't really see us doing a modern like retirement run arc of Cena because it's arguably his retirement run has been shit, and
Shit.
everyone agrees that it was shit and it is shit. Like you can't like I just on 2025. I'll obviously go back to 2007 in a second, but obviously
To be
also
fair, Cena spent most of his run in 2025 wrestling like he did at this WrestleMania.
he did, but also I will say it's
I mean,
also.
that's basically what Cena and Cody did at this previous at WrestleMania this year.
And then Travis Scott came
The
out.
same fucking match.
Yeah, yeah.
It's unreal. Garbage.
The problem with that match is not you don't even have a Shawn Michaels level performer because Cody Rhodes is trying to do his valiant babyface of wrong crossroads, two crossroads, fiend. Oh fuck! It's like it doesn't work. It does not work. The SummerSlam match is decent, I will say, and then obviously the Lesnar comes out, and you're like, ah, god. But on Cena 2025, it's such a shame that his retirement match is going to cost so much money in Washington because I've read somewhere that like to get like front row tickets it's like 10 grand. And I'm like that's a bit unfair. Like to me that's on I know he's your biggest draw of all time. Well, probably third or fourth biggest draw of all time. But like come on. You want to make it available for everyone to go. And also it being in Washington, he's on this card. There's a possibility that the president is showing up in Washington. But on '07 Cena, people, yeah, like you said, have revision history where they talk about like Cena was always great. He was not. it took him until he could actually wrestle. I don't want to say more indie guys, but more people who were outside the WWE bubble and like were brought in. Obviously,
I mean, Cena was to have a modern example. Cena's basically Joe Hendry, but he raps. It's, but
true,
he raps, stops rapping, and then becomes boring as fuck.
but also on the fact of Cena, it's also it took people like Kevin Owens and AJ Styles and Sami Zayn to act, and Seth Rollins. I don't want to forget Seth Rollins and Dean
I
Ambrose.
do.
Well, I just want to credit him in this like run of Cena because he was actually good when he wrestled Cena. But and also to include Ambrose as well. It took them guys to help him actually realize, yeah, I can actually be good, can't I? When I need to be, I don't need to be a babyface who does 5 moves of doom. I can do cool middle rope stunner. But it's just a shame, really, like where Cena's career goes because he goes up. He's brought up to the top two soon, and then he's dropped down like afterward, like in the mid 2010s, and then he's just an actor. Yeah, that's basically it. He doesn't do. He wins 16 world titles and then wins his 71 at the worst WrestleMania main event. I want to say, up there with Triple H versus Roman at Mania 32, or even worse. But I think Triple H Roman Mania 32 is the worst. Um, it's it's weird. It's very weird seeing this era scene. I will say. Um, so I was expecting him to be somewhat good, but he was shit. I said to Ash, and I agree with this. The Undertaker versus Batista should have been the main event. It should have been. Because at least with that you have the legacy of the streak fighting Batista. Somewhat decent. Um,
I don't disagree. I do agree.
yeah, not again to be rude to Cena or Michaels. It's just at least with Undertaker Batista, you have the legacy of this streak. And think of Batista who wants to end the streak
You know
compared.
who even takes the belt off Cena next?
Who the fuck takes the belt off? He vacates it, doesn't he? I
Oh, is
bel
this where he tears his pec or something?
yeah. This is where he tears his tit and then he gets injured. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Or he loses it to Randy Orton. It's one of the two, and then he
probably one
immediately
of the, yeah,
wins it back the following year, and then loses
yeah.
it again to Randy Orton, and then he fights Batista and nearly breaks his own neck, which is fucking interesting. Yeah, because that if
Yeah,
you
I'm just of the general belief. I'm not like a fucking. I'm not like a. You need the ridiculously long title reigns to kind of prove a point. Like it's. I'm nowhere near the. I'm nowhere near the Triple H level where it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna hold this belt for 4 years. Like, yeah, nah, maybe not that fucking long.
no.
But like, I'd prefer a longer run over multiple reigns. And I know you don't get to like have as many achievements as that, and that's just how it is. But like, how many Cena World Title runs do you remember in its entirety?
Only his
And it should be easier because a lot of them are shorter. A lot of them are actually shorter because he just fucking flip flops the belt to Randy Orton about 700 times.
I will say on the belt thing, I prefer like a 6 month to 9 month reign than a like 2 to 3 year reign. The only other person who ever should get a 2 to 3 year reign, like a long reign, is Walter slash Gunter because his entire point is he is like he's gonna beat you down and weigh you down. So him being a gigantic monster makes sense for his character. Like Roman doesn't need it because he's not showing up every fucking week, so he doesn't need it. But like at least with Gunter, he shows up when he like every week. So that's just my little rant. I still
Yeah, but
hate,
ultimately, Roman's reign is going to be remembered a whole lot more
yeah,
fondly than Walter's is. So,
especially because Walter loses it to fucking Jey Uso. That's fucking great, isn't it? Um,
isn't he currently the world champion?
no, Seth Rollins is. Because
Oh yeah, yeah,
Gunter lost it
yeah.
to CM Punk.
Because Punk beat him. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Seth Rollins beat Punk. Yeah, and then we're getting Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel in Australia. Aren't you excited? I'm so excited.
What's even the point? You're just there to do the fucking sports washing title belt. Like, why the fuck are they going to Australia? Like, grow up.
But that is WrestleMania 23. Um, an alright mania. a lot of characters from the past who should have been left in the past. Howard, have someone seen Howard Finkel? I don't know if you agree. I've one seen him, one seen the Fink.
Legend.
Legend.
Always got disrespected despite being a legend.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Same with JO.
Developmania, it was alright. It came in waves. I still think I don't know. See, the issue with me is obviously I'll say the catchphrase, jaded wrestling fan. Any wrestling beyond like 2 hours, I do start to get a bit itchy, and I'm like, oh, fuck it, I don't really give a shit. And to think this show was what 3 hours 40,
Something like that, yeah.
and you feel it. You do feel the length of this show. And it's not like it's carried by this really cool epic. It's just kind of like plodding ahead. And there's just I don't know. I feel like there's just a lot of people if they were majorly fans in this era will dramatically overrate it. And it's
I
the kind of thing where if you apply current wrestling to like these shows, they are shit. Because at least current wrestling you do build a lot of your cards off of like match quality. Which, as someone who mostly just watches wrestling for the storylines, like, I'm not like really there either. But it showed its age, right? It wasn't great. I don't think it's a very memorable WrestleMania. It didn't really feel that big of a show, in my opinion. Like, it didn't feel like a WrestleMania. It just kind of felt like another pay-per-view, but just a bit longer.
would agree with that. Honestly, I would agree. Um, a lot of people overrate the Ruthless Aggression era, saying it's better than the Attitude Era, which I like. Again, I'm looking at the fucking lumberjacks: Scotty Too Hottie, Balls Mahoney, Little Guido, Snitsky, Jimmy Wang Yang. What the fuck, man? I agree. This just feels like a regular pay per view. Like I'd get rid of the Great Khali versus Kane, and I know the entire point is to review the ECW, but get rid of the ECW originals match, and then
Yeah.
and probably get, no offense to Melina, either have Melina and Ashley Mazzaro open up the show, or be slotted between Benoit and Undertaker. That like those two matches. Um, and then yeah, you can keep the Lashley and Umaga match. I believe you made the joke once. That's where Trump got the name for his party, because you see in Umaga. Umanga.
That does sound pretty good. I don't think I made that joke, though. I can't claim that joke. But
Um,
that is fire, actually. Like, I hope I made that joke. If I didn't, I'm gonna be sad.
um,
I'm
I
claiming it.
obviously the joke that me and Ash also make about the Bobby Lashley match is when Trump's ever in a debate and people go, "You're a racist," Trump goes, "I can't be a racist. I I watched a black man wrestle, obviously being Lashley, a black man representing me. I can't be racist." Which I like to believe he does do that more often than me actually think he actually does that a lot. Um, and then yeah, that match can stay. It's a spectacle match. Like WrestleMania does need a spectacle match, and honestly, people are going to watch Donald Trump versus McMahon. Let's be honest, because like they're like, oh, Trump could shave his head. He's not shaving his head. And then yeah, Cena Michaels should not have main evented. I don't care. I don't care. This is prime Cena. I love Michaels. Prime Cena. No, in no way he needed to main event this show. Just switch Taker Batista for Michaels and Cena, and then you have a perfect card, I guess. And
Yeah.
slot the women's match in the middle. And if you have to put the ECW match after Lashley and Umaga,
I mean, you just
Umanga.
make it like a 5-minute hardcore match.
Yeah,
That's all you do.
make it a hardcore spot fest, basically. Just
Yeah.
simple.
Put someone through a table. Have fucking Dreamer have Van Damme do the fucking coast to coast. Let Dreamer do whatever he does.
And
And let fucking Sabu have his cane. It's easy.
and have Monty
And then
Brown,
it feels like the victory's earned.
and then also have a spot where Monty Brown pounces someone from the ring to through a table. That would like
Yeah, Sabu, easy.
yeah, it was like he
Just you have Sabu go to do the moonsault, and then Monty Brown fucking intercepts and just launches him out the ring. Be
exactly
fire.
exactly that's perfect. That's literally it. But that is WrestleMania 23. The future of this channel, I do not know. But we'll figure something out. We might be back, we might not be back. We'll see. We'll actually find out. Ash has to go now because Big Brother's on and he really wants to see Lord Farquaad. So yeah, we will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye.